All right, I'll give it a try.
No. Try not. Do. Or do not. There is no try.
In life, we are often told to try our best. But what if trying is merely an illusion, a half-hearted effort cloaked in doubt? The phrase, do or do not, there is no try. Popularized by Yoda in Star Wars, this quote echoes the core of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics did not believe in tentative efforts. They believed in decisive action. Trying implies an escape route, a way to hedge against failure, but doing is a commitment. It's a declaration that no matter the odds, no matter the struggle, you will persist. Trying, in essence, is a subtle form of procrastination, a disguised reluctance to fully engage with reality. When we merely try, we remain shackled to hesitation, to the fear of discomfort, to the avoidance of responsibility. The Stoics recognize that the moment we say, "I will do," we eliminate doubt and embrace the challenge with a steadfast heart. Doing is a bold statement of purpose, an acknowledgement that we are willing to bear the weight of difficulty and still move forward. Epictetus once said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." There is no middle ground in that statement, no space for hesitation or half measures. This is the way of the Stoic, the path of consistency, persistence, and perseverance. The world does not reward those who merely try, but those who act with determination and focus. Doing, rather than trying, is a discipline that requires courage and mental fortitude. It requires us to push beyond our comfort zones, to face adversity with an unwavering spirit, and to hold ourselves accountable for our actions. The Stoics teach us that fortune favors the bold, not those who hesitate in uncertainty. When we choose to do, we take full ownership of our destiny. This concept extends beyond personal growth into every aspect of life, whether it be our careers, relationships, or personal aspirations. Every moment we delay in the realm of trying is a moment lost in the realm of doing. The Stoics implored us to take action today, not tomorrow, because the future is uncertain and all we have is now. Lesson 1. The Art of Commitment. True commitment begins in the mind. When we say, "I'll try," we are leaving room for failure, for excuses, for a lack of effort. The Stoics taught us that commitment requires total immersion, an unwavering focus on the task at hand. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Action, not deliberation, is the defining trait of a committed individual. Commitment means embracing the discomfort, facing the unknown, and taking responsibility for your progress. It is the ability to cast away doubt and hesitation, to move forward with clarity and intent. When we commit, we relinquish the false comfort of indecision. The Stoics believed that commitment should not waver with changing circumstances. They argued that commitment must be a conscious choice, reaffirmed daily with unwavering resolve. True commitment sees obstacles not as reasons to stop, but as challenges to overcome. It thrives on consistency and is not deterred by setbacks. Commitment means enduring the mundane and the difficult with equal enthusiasm, recognizing that progress is not always dramatic, but often incremental and invisible. Moreover, true commitment requires a sense of purpose. Without a clear understanding of why we do what we do, commitment can falter. The Stoics teach us to reflect deeply on our motivations, to align our actions with our core values, and to recognize that every step taken with intent moves us closer to excellence. Commitment is also an exercise in self-discipline. To commit fully, one must first acknowledge their priorities and align their actions with their values. The Stoics urged us to cut away distractions, to focus our energy only on that which truly matters. Commitment is a muscle that strengthens with use. The more we practice it, the more natural it becomes. Self-discipline means saying no to temptations that pull us away from our goals and cultivating habits that align with our ultimate purpose. Finally, commitment is about resilience. It's about embracing the journey, not just the destination. The Stoics believed that commitment requires us to embrace failure as part of the process, to learn from missteps, and to continue forward despite adversity. When setbacks arise, the committed individual views them as valuable lessons rather than insurmountable barriers. Identify one goal you've been trying to achieve and reframe your mindset. Decide today that you will do it, no matter what challenges arise. Break down your goal into manageable steps and track your progress daily. Recognize moments when you are tempted to revert to trying and consciously choose action instead. Surround yourself with reminders of your commitment, whether through affirmations, a vision board, or accountability partners. Eliminate excuses and set a concrete plan, holding yourself accountable at every stage. Seek out mentors or role models who embody the commitment you aspire to develop and learn from their strategies and habits. Lesson 2. Persistence in the face of adversity. Adversity is inevitable, but how we respond to it defines our character. The Stoics viewed obstacles not as deterrents, but as opportunities to grow stronger. Seneca reminds us, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. They believed that every challenge, no matter how insurmountable it may seem, carries within it the seeds of self-improvement and enlightenment. When you choose to do, you accept that challenges will arise. The moment you commit, setbacks become fuel rather than barriers. The Stoics would argue that perseverance isn't about blind stubbornness, but about intelligent, consistent effort. They teach us that difficulties are a necessary part of the path to greatness, a forge in which our resilience and resolve are tested and strengthened. With every challenge we overcome, we refine our character, sharpen our wisdom, and become more prepared for future obstacles. It is through the struggle that we develop endurance, fortitude, and the ability to adapt to life's unpredictability. In the face of adversity, it is crucial to remain grounded in our principles and values. The Stoics encourage us to view obstacles with a sense of detachment, analyzing them objectively rather than emotionally. This perspective allows us to navigate hardships with a clear mind, transforming them into stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. Instead of succumbing to frustration or despair, the Stoic approach encourages us to embrace challenges with patience and wisdom, acknowledging that they are an integral part of the human experience. By cultivating patience, we learn to see difficulties not as setbacks, but as necessary detours toward growth. Moreover, Stoicism teaches us that adversity is a mirror that reflects our true selves. It reveals our weaknesses, our fears, and our insecurities. But it also offers an opportunity to confront these aspects head-on, to grow beyond them, and to become more resilient and self-reliant in the process. Through adversity, we gain self-knowledge and the chance to prove our fortitude. Each difficulty, when approached with the right mindset, can serve as a lesson in resilience, patience, and inner strength. By embracing these trials, we sharpen our ability to remain composed and to develop mental toughness that will serve us in all aspects of life. Practical strategies for overcoming adversity include cultivating gratitude, focusing on what we can control, and reframing challenges as opportunities for personal growth. The Stoics believed that true growth often emerges from discomfort, and by enduring challenges with grace and composure, we develop greater inner fortitude. When faced with resistance, we must resist the urge to retreat and instead ask ourselves, what can I learn from this? How can I improve? By adopting this mindset, we empower ourselves to embrace life's inevitable difficulties with courage and grace. Every struggle offers a lesson, every setback an opportunity to develop perseverance. Recognizing that persistence and discipline are key, we must train ourselves to see obstacles as a necessary part of our journey. Adopt the mindset that every obstacle is an opportunity. When you encounter resistance, instead of retreating, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I improve? Practice self-reflection regularly. Journal your experiences with adversity and seek out role models who have turned their struggles into success. Engage in Stoic exercises such as negative visualization to prepare yourself mentally for challenges and cultivate a sense of resilience that allows you to endure with strength and grace. Take proactive steps daily to confront difficulties head-on and turn them into valuable lessons that propel you forward. Lesson 3. The power of consistency. Success is not built on grand gestures, but on small, consistent actions. The Stoics understood this deeply. Well-being is realized by small steps, but is truly no small thing, said Zeno of Citium. Consistency, in the Stoic sense, means showing up every day, regardless of mood or motivation. It means making excellence a habit, not an aspiration. When we commit to a path, consistency becomes the bridge between desire and achievement. The Stoics believed that incremental progress, when pursued with discipline and intentionality, creates profound transformation over time. They advocated for a steady approach to life, one that prioritizes sustainability over fleeting moments of brilliance. By practicing consistency, we build resilience, confidence, and a sense of fulfillment. Every action, no matter how small, contributes to a larger purpose. The Stoics teach us that consistency is not merely about repetition, but about aligning our daily actions with our values and long-term vision. It requires a deep sense of patience, a recognition that true progress often unfolds gradually and quietly. This patience is a testament to the power of endurance, a steady force that overcomes even the most daunting challenges. Consistency is also about preparation and planning. The Stoics believed in setting clear intentions and breaking down larger goals into smaller, manageable steps. They recognized that without structure and routine, even the best intentions can falter. Planning provides a roadmap that enables us to stay focused, and by taking one step at a time, we steadily march toward our desired outcome. Consistency is the antidote to chaos. It instills order and stability in an otherwise unpredictable world. Moreover, consistency demands self-awareness. It asks us to be honest about our strengths and weaknesses, to create systems that support our goals, and to remain adaptable in the face of challenges. This requires us to engage in self-reflection, to continuously evaluate our progress and refine our methods. In a world that often celebrates instant gratification, the Stoics remind us that true success is a marathon, not a sprint. It is built on perseverance, discipline, and a commitment to our principles. To sustain consistency, we must build an environment that supports our goals. This includes creating habits that remove friction and making adjustments when necessary to accommodate life's inevitable changes. The Stoics believed that consistency thrives in an atmosphere of purpose and determination, where distractions are minimized and priorities are clear. Through consistency, we cultivate habits that define our character. The Stoics taught that excellence is not an act but a habit, formed by repeated, intentional actions. Each day presents a new opportunity to reinforce our commitment and to strengthen our resolve. Small daily victories compound over time, turning ordinary efforts into extraordinary outcomes. Create a daily routine that aligns with your goals. Identify key actions that, when performed consistently, will lead to significant progress over time. Commit to small, repeatable actions that will compound over time, leading to meaningful progress. Track your consistency through journaling or habit tracking tools, and celebrate small milestones to maintain motivation. Reflect on your journey regularly to ensure your efforts are aligned with your larger purpose. Seek out accountability partners to help maintain your commitment and adjust your approach when necessary to stay on track. Use visualization techniques to imagine the end result of your consistent efforts, reinforcing the value of each small step. Lesson 4. Emotional mastery. Fear, doubt, and frustration often hinder action. The Stoics believed that mastering emotions is the key to unwavering determination. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength, wrote Marcus Aurelius. When we allow emotions to dictate our actions, we introduce hesitation. But when we acknowledge them and choose to act despite them, we gain control over our destiny. Doing, not trying, demands that we master our emotions rather than become their slaves. The Stoics taught that emotions are natural but should not dictate our responses. They encouraged cultivating an internal dialogue that acknowledges feelings without succumbing to them. It is this conscious effort to regulate emotions that grants us true freedom and clarity in our actions. Emotions can be powerful motivators or debilitating barriers, and the ability to harness them effectively is a key to achieving true self-mastery. One of the key Stoic practices in mastering emotions is the concept of premeditatio malorum, or premeditation of evils. By mentally preparing for potential setbacks and difficulties, we reduce their emotional impact when they arise. Similarly, practicing voluntary discomfort helps us build emotional resilience and equips us to handle adversity with composure. Through these exercises, we learn that discomfort is temporary and that we possess the strength to overcome it. This resilience becomes a powerful tool that allows us to navigate life's inevitable challenges without fear or hesitation. The Stoics remind us that suffering is often a product of our interpretation of events rather than the events themselves. Another critical element is the practice of separating perception from reality. The Stoics believed that external events are not inherently good or bad. Rather, it is our judgment of them that creates distress. By recognizing that our perceptions are within our control, we can reframe our emotional responses and maintain inner tranquility even in the face of external chaos. The ability to step back and objectively assess situations enables us to respond with wisdom and composure instead of impulsivity and fear. We must train ourselves to pause before reacting, allowing reason to take precedence over fleeting emotions. Moreover, the Stoics emphasize the importance of emotional detachment. By viewing emotions as fleeting and impermanent, we create a buffer that allows us to make decisions based on reason rather than impulse. This perspective encourages us to develop patience, allowing emotions to pass without dictating our actions. It is this detachment that empowers us to focus on what truly matters, reinforcing our commitment to personal growth and resilience. Emotional detachment does not mean suppression, but rather a healthy relationship with one's inner world, enabling us to engage with life fully and wisely. Emotional mastery also involves recognizing triggers and patterns that lead to emotional distress. By understanding these triggers, we can prepare ourselves to respond in a measured and thoughtful manner. The Stoics believed in constantly refining the mind, viewing challenges as opportunities to test and strengthen our emotional fortitude. We must learn to question our initial emotional reactions and replace them with thoughtful, measured responses based on logic and virtue. To further develop emotional resilience, the Stoics recommended daily practices such as reading philosophical texts, engaging in reflective journaling, and participating in disciplined routines that foster mental strength. Another powerful Stoic exercise is negative visualization. This technique involves contemplating the worst-case scenarios in our lives and accepting them with grace. By preparing for loss and hardship in advance, we can build a foundation of emotional strength that allows us to handle life's surprises with greater ease. This practice not only reduces the shock of adversity, but also cultivates gratitude for what we currently have. Finally, emotional mastery is a lifelong pursuit, requiring ongoing effort and adaptation. As circumstances change, so do our emotional responses, and it is through persistent practice that we can maintain control over our inner state. The Stoics believed that wisdom grows over time, and by continuously refining our emotional responses, we can cultivate a life of tranquility and purpose. Practice mindfulness and journaling to observe your emotions without being controlled by them. Develop the habit of identifying emotional triggers and reframing your perspective using Stoic principles. Each time fear arises, remind yourself that action is within your control. Engage in daily reflections, asking yourself whether your emotions align with your values and long-term goals. Seek to cultivate emotional resilience by embracing discomfort and practicing gratitude to shift focus from negative emotions to positive growth. Incorporate visualization techniques to mentally rehearse handling challenges with grace and poise, reinforcing your emotional control in real-life scenarios. Commit to regular self-assessments, tracking progress in emotional resilience and adjusting strategies accordingly. Dedicate time to meditative practices and philosophical study to reinforce emotional discipline and enhance self-awareness in all aspects of life. Lesson 5. Cultivating inner strength. Resilience is built from within. The Stoics believed that true strength comes from fortifying the mind against external influences. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it, said Epictetus. They viewed resilience not just as a quality to be developed, but as a fundamental part of living a fulfilled and meaningful life. Life is filled with trials, and it is through these trials that our true strength is revealed. The Stoics understood that hardship is not to be feared, but embraced, as it refines our character and fosters deeper wisdom. Resilience is the foundation of self-mastery and the ability to thrive amidst uncertainty. Inner strength is the fuel that drives perseverance. It is the quiet voice that tells you to keep moving forward when everything else urges you to stop. This unwavering determination, rooted in Stoic principles, helps us face challenges with courage and wisdom. When we decide to do, we tap into an inner reservoir of fortitude that allows us to rise above our circumstances and continue pushing forward despite adversity. Resilience is not built overnight, but through consistent effort and self-reflection. Every setback faced with a Stoic mindset strengthens our ability to navigate life's unpredictable waves with grace and resolve. Challenges become opportunities to hone our virtues and deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world. Developing a habit of embracing small daily challenges helps to reinforce our capacity to face larger obstacles with confidence and strength. Building resilience requires adopting a mindset that embraces discomfort rather than avoiding it. The Stoics advocated for engaging in voluntary hardships, exposing oneself to discomfort to cultivate mental and physical toughness. By deliberately facing discomfort in small ways, we prepare ourselves for larger challenges that life inevitably brings. Developing resilience means learning to welcome setbacks as opportunities for growth rather than as barriers to success. The practice of voluntary hardship, such as fasting, physical exertion, or enduring harsh conditions, reminds us of our inner capacity to endure and thrive. Overcoming discomfort strengthens our sense of self-efficacy, proving to ourselves that we are capable of withstanding life's storms with dignity. This conditioning allows us to act with composure and clarity, even in the most trying of circumstances. To build inner strength, one must also cultivate a sense of purpose. The The Stoics believed that having a clear purpose gives us the resilience to endure hardships without losing sight of our ultimate goals. Purpose provides a sense of direction and helps us stay focused during difficult times. By aligning our actions with our values and aspirations, we reinforce our ability to remain steadfast in the face of adversity. A strong sense of purpose not only motivates us, but also enables us to approach setbacks with a broader perspective, turning obstacles into stepping stones toward fulfillment. Purpose acts as a guiding light, illuminating our path when circumstances become overwhelming. With each challenge, we reaffirm our commitment to our higher purpose and build an even stronger foundation for future endeavors. Another crucial aspect of resilience is maintaining emotional equilibrium. When faced with difficulties, our emotions can often cloud our judgment and hinder our ability to act effectively. The Stoics taught us to remain calm and composed, recognizing that our responses to challenges are within our control. Practicing mindfulness and focusing on the present moment enables us to navigate difficulties with clarity and poise. Emotional resilience is about being able to step back, assess the situation objectively, and respond with measured action instead of emotional reactivity. Developing emotional strength allows us to act with wisdom rather than impulse, leading to better decision-making in times of crisis. Cultivating a habit of daily reflection, breathing exercises, and mental rehearsal can further enhance our emotional resilience and empower us to respond to adversity with unwavering resolve. In addition to emotional control, cultivating a strong support network can reinforce resilience. The Stoics emphasized the importance of companionship and learning from those who embody strength and wisdom. Seeking out like-minded individuals who inspire and challenge us can provide motivation and perspective when facing difficulties. A community of resilient individuals fosters a culture of mutual support and encouragement, reminding us that we are not alone in our struggles. Learning from the wisdom of others and engaging in meaningful conversations can equip us with new strategies for overcoming obstacles. Develop resilience by embracing voluntary discomfort. Take cold showers, wake up early, or push through a difficult workout to build mental toughness. Practice journaling to reflect on your daily challenges and victories, and seek out opportunities to step outside your comfort zone regularly. Strengthen your inner resolve by developing a personal mantra or affirmation that reinforces your resilience. Identify a mentor or role model whose perseverance you admire and learn from their approach to overcoming obstacles. Surround yourself with a community that fosters resilience and growth, ensuring that you have the support needed to stay the course. Dedicate time to strengthening your mental and physical endurance through disciplined routines that challenge and empower you. Implement Stoic meditation techniques such as negative visualization and self-inquiry to continuously refine your ability to face adversity with composure and confidence. Lesson 6. Discipline as a way of life. Discipline is the glue that holds perseverance together. The Stoics believed that without discipline, our desires would scatter us in every direction. If a man knows not which port he sails, no wind is favorable, said Seneca. They taught that discipline is not a restriction, but a liberation. It frees us from the chaos of impulsivity and anchors us to our values and goals. Discipline gives us clarity, focus, and the ability to persist in the face of difficulties, transforming fleeting motivation into lasting achievement. It is the foundation upon which all meaningful progress is built, shaping our character through repeated, intentional actions and reinforcing our ability to act decisively despite life's uncertainties. To do, rather than try, is to embrace discipline as a daily practice. It's choosing long-term fulfillment over short-term comfort. Discipline means showing up even when motivation wanes, sticking to the course when distractions arise, and maintaining unwavering focus despite external pressures. The Stoics recognized that discipline is not innate. It must be cultivated through deliberate effort and constant vigilance. They believed that true discipline arises when we align our actions with our principles, reinforcing our inner strength one decision at a time. By consistently exercising discipline, we create habits that support our long-term objectives and strengthen our resolve. Discipline becomes a habit, an ingrained part of our identity that propels us forward in all aspects of life, ensuring that our daily actions align with our core values and higher aspirations. The practice of discipline extends beyond simple routines. It involves self-regulation, learning to say no to fleeting desires, and embracing the discomfort of growth. The Stoics encouraged a life of moderation and control, reminding us that the key to mastery lies in consistency and intentionality. Discipline is a commitment to oneself, a promise to stay the course no matter how difficult the journey becomes. It demands that we stay mindful of our choices and aware of the trade-offs inherent in every decision. Each act of discipline reinforces our self-worth and brings us closer to our ideal selves. Through consistent, disciplined actions, we train ourselves to take responsibility for our goals and to remain steadfast in our pursuit of excellence. Moreover, discipline fuels resilience. It provides us with the strength to persist through hardship, ensuring that we do not falter when faced with challenges. It is through disciplined action that we build character and fortitude, proving to ourselves that we are capable of achieving our highest potential. The Stoics taught that discipline is an essential companion to virtue. It allows us to remain steadfast in our values, even when circumstances test our patience and commitment. When discipline is practiced consistently, it instills in us the ability to endure, adapt, and thrive regardless of life's challenges. True resilience is born from a disciplined mind that can withstand both internal and external pressures without faltering. One of the most powerful aspects of discipline is its ability to foster self-mastery. By taking control of our impulses and remaining steadfast in our pursuits, we develop a sense of empowerment that transcends external circumstances. Discipline is the cornerstone of self-improvement, and it enables us to move steadily toward our goals with confidence and persistence. It allows us to structure our lives in ways that align with our values and aspirations. Discipline, when applied in all areas of life, health, career, relationships, becomes a guiding force that ensures we remain true to our purpose. It teaches us patience, helping us resist the allure of instant gratification and instead focus on meaningful, lasting accomplishments. Establish a morning routine that grounds you. Whether it's reading Stoic texts, exercising, or planning your day, start with intention. Introduce small, consistent habits that align with your long-term goals. Practice self-discipline in everyday choices, such as resisting distractions and prioritizing what truly matters. Take incremental steps towards bigger goals by focusing on progress rather than perfection. Evaluate your progress regularly, ensuring that your actions remain aligned with your values, and adjust your routines as needed to reinforce discipline in all aspects of your life. Surround yourself with environments that promote discipline and remove unnecessary temptations that can derail your progress. Regularly challenge yourself by setting difficult but achievable goals, and cultivate patience and persistence as you work toward them. Lesson 7. The courage to act. Courage is not the absence of fear, but action despite it. The Stoics understood that every worthwhile pursuit demands courage. "He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a living man," said Seneca. Courage is the foundation upon which great achievements are built, and it is the force that drives us beyond our comfort zones into the realm of personal growth and fulfillment. It is the virtue that allows us to step forward into the unknown with confidence, knowing that the only true failure is inaction. Without courage, progress remains an illusion, and opportunities remain forever out of reach. Fear is a natural response to uncertainty and risk, but the Stoics teach us that it is not fear itself that holds us back, but our response to it. When we allow fear to dictate our actions, we remain trapped in a cycle of hesitation and regret. However, when we embrace fear and move forward despite it, we expand our limits and unlock new opportunities. The Stoics remind us that courage is not a one-time event, but a habit, built through repeated acts of bravery in the face of life's uncertainties. Each act of courage reinforces our belief in our ability to overcome challenges, creating a positive feedback loop that strengthens our resolve. Courage is like a muscle. It grows with use, and each small victory over fear strengthens our resilience. When you commit to action, fear loses its grip. Doing rather than trying requires the courage to step into the unknown, to embrace vulnerability, and to trust in our ability to adapt and overcome. The Stoics believed that fear is often an illusion, a barrier created by our own minds, and that true freedom lies in confronting it head-on. They urged us to act with courage, to see fear as a challenge rather than an obstacle, and to cultivate resilience through repeated exposure to what we once thought impossible. They taught that by breaking down our fears into smaller, manageable steps, we can desensitize ourselves to the perceived threat and gain mastery over our anxieties. Courage is not just about grand, heroic gestures, but about the quiet strength to show up every day and take deliberate action toward our goals. True courage is also about authenticity, having the strength to be true to ourselves and our values, even when it is difficult. It is about standing firm in our convictions and making choices that align with our deepest principles, even in the face of criticism or failure. The Stoics believed that authenticity requires us to confront our fears of rejection, failure, or loss, and act in alignment with our inner virtues, regardless of external pressures. When we embrace authenticity, we cultivate a deep sense of self-trust and resilience that allows us to navigate challenges with integrity. Courage does not mean recklessness, rather, it means calculated boldness. It requires careful assessment of the risks involved and taking action with full awareness of the consequences. The Stoics advocated for a balance between courage and wisdom, ensuring that our actions are not driven by impulse, but by thoughtful deliberation and alignment with our greater purpose. Courage is not acting without fear, but acting in spite of it, with full understanding of the stakes involved and the confidence that we can endure whatever comes our way. Take one bold action today that you've been putting off. Send that email, make that call, start that new exercise routine, or start that project. Challenge yourself to engage with situations that make you uncomfortable, gradually expanding your confidence and resilience. Reflect on past moments when you acted courageously and use them as motivation to take your next bold step. Surround yourself with individuals who inspire courage and resilience, and remind yourself that courage is a skill that grows stronger with practice. Consider practicing small, daily acts of courage to build momentum and visualize successful outcomes to reinforce positive mental patterns. Build a personal philosophy that embraces courage as a daily practice and seek out opportunities to push your boundaries further each day. Life offers us two paths, the passive road of trying and the courageous road of doing. The Stoics remind us that our lives are shaped by our choices, and every moment presents an opportunity to act decisively. Every challenge we face demands a choice. Will we embrace action with conviction, or will we linger in hesitation, hoping for a perfect moment that may never come? Do or do not, there is no try. This phrase is more than a motivational quote. It is a way of life, a call to action, and a reminder that the power to shape our destiny lies within us. It is a challenge to step forward without excuses, to fully engage with life's opportunities and struggles alike. The Stoics believed that life rewards those who take action, those who refuse to let uncertainty or fear dictate their path. To embrace the path of doing means to commit, to persevere, and to take full ownership of our lives. It means stepping beyond our comfort zones, confronting our fears, and daring to achieve what we once thought impossible. Every small action compounds into greater progress, and each decision to do rather than try brings us closer to our true potential. So, what will you choose? Will you continue to dwell in uncertainty, or will you take the leap and embrace the responsibility that comes with true action? The choice is yours, and within that choice lies the power to transform your life, one decisive step at a time.